After a hurricane has blown through an area, its power is self-evident. How one recovers from a tropical system begins with how one prepares. If you've lived in this area for a while now, you might have your preparedness routine memorized. But that routine may be kind of bland to accomplish each and every year. But with a little planning and avoiding procrastination, you can stay steps ahead of the storm, better prepared and hurricane strong. Getting your home ready can take as little as an hour or perhaps a weekend. Some preparation tasks are as simple as identifying easy-to-move yard items and figuring out where to store them before the winds howl. Going rooftop might be more time-consuming, but it's also important to clear the gutters of clutter so water can flow down and away from your house. Have trees on your property inspected and trimmed accordingly to avoid structural damage from downed branches.
Ask yourself, when should I evacuate ahead of a hurricane? Then consider these tips. If you live farther away from the coast on relatively high ground and are a decent distance from a lake or a river, there might not be a need for you to leave. But if you live in a predetermined 5-tiered evacuation zone, know your zone and know the route on which to leave. Regardless of these, if law enforcement or emergency management officials call for you to leave your home, get out.
Having a survival kit, whether at home or away, is crucial in the first few days after a storm. Include the basics: 1 gallon of water per person per day for at least 3 days. Also have non-perishable foods and power supplies for electronics and communication devices. Each family's needs are unique, so look through our checklist on our digital severe weather guide to make sure nothing you need is left out.
Once you've completed your preparedness work, share your accomplishment and urge your friends to be ready too.
Go out and help your neighbors. Find someone who's elderly in your community that needs help trimming those tree limbs. Reach out and help someone else and volunteer in your community. That's what it's all about. If you're ready and your community is ready, you'll be able to bounce back after a disaster.
There's strength in numbers. Gather together in a group effort to make all our communities hurricane strong.
Hurricanes have always been known for their strong winds and deadly storm surge, but until recently there have only been advisories for wind probabilities. Starting in 2016, the potential storm surge flooding map becomes operational. This map will be able to give information on coastal regions and the chance they have to be inundated with water from storm surge. Starting in 2017, storm surge watches and warnings will likely join the well-known hurricane and tropical storm watches and warnings. The reasons for these planned additions are quite simple. Storm surge is normally the largest threat to life and property when a tropical cyclone threatens. As shown with Hurricane Dennis in 2005, these surges can occur far from where the strongest winds are located. It is imperative that anyone along the coast should know the threats they face, whether it be by wind or by water.
When we return, thoughts and tidbits from the storm team for you to remember and consider as we enter the long hurricane season.